Many of the way I became initially confident about working with cancer was about 13 years ago when I was privately mentored by Bill Bankston. And really, my expertise is partly in how to do these spinning meditations, but probably more so in how to manage a naturally healing tumor. And I can very quickly and easily teach people how to do the spinning and the touching, but then all these tweaky little details of, is it working, is it happening, what's important, what's not important, am I getting in the way? All these things are what I feel like I'm that's what I do. All right. So let's see. So I am not affiliated with Bill Bankston, and of course this is the spinning meditation is not the same as rapid image cycling, but it certainly is a component of it. And I've just really honed in on the spinning part, mostly because I'm a sound healer. And so resonance and frequency and all that is just what I do. And so I've sort of like drilled into this. But today we're going to talk about forgetting that you're actually spinning. So there's a difference between forgetting that you're doing a meditation and putting it on automatic, where it's happening in the background. And an analogy of that is you're walking along the beach holding a loved one's hand, whether it's a lover or a child or, somebody. And you notice that as you're walking along the beach, you can talk to each other, you can think about other things, you can walk, you can be holding hands while you're talking to somebody else, while you're just kind of attached to each other, but you're not really focusing on each other. But if you're walking along the beach holding somebody's hands, if you let go of their hand, you will notice. And that's the difference between something being automatic and something being dropped. So one of the skills that you can cultivate with your spinning practice is how to be aware that you're doing it. And it's how to be aware that it's happening in the background. And so the way I do that is I bring it into the background and the foreground and the background and the foreground and the background and the foreground a lot. So I'm going to lead you through a drill that will help you put it in the background. All right. And hopefully this little sliver of learning will really help you get interested in doing your rapid image cycling that you hopefully learned from Bill Bankston's materials, or you, I think, Cassidy, if you're watching, I didn't watch everything. You can add the link to how to buy Bankston's a training for a discount, so that helps people. And then anybody who's adding names now, just know that they're going into the others category, and they'll be included. I might not read the name, okay, but they'll be included. Don't worry. All right. So the difference between forgetting and putting it on automatic is forgetting would be like letting go of somebody's hand and not even being aware that you had been holding their hand. And a great way to help you do that is to create a physical handhold, so that when you practice your cycling, you're holding something that represents, I'm going to cycle right now, I'm going to spin. So like right now I can hold this big cup, and actually should be something that I don't usually hold. So I'm going to hold this thing. I've got all this stuff here. All right, so this is not an object that I normally hold, but I'm going to hold it right now, and it's going to remind me that I should be cycling. All right, and it's sort of like that holding the hands along the beach thing. All right, so it might, and I invite you to do the same. So what is cycling if you're new to this thing? You imagine that you're spinning a ball of light behind your head, okay? That's not rapid image cycling, that's just spinning meditation, but let's just do that much. You can add things to it if you know how. Okay, good. So everybody start spinning something behind their head. If you're advanced and that's not a new concept, you can spin it wherever you want, but hold something in your hand that represents that you should be spinning, having that visualization happen in your mind right now. in your, it's a moving mental picture. Just like you can imagine a car driving down the road, you can imagine a ball of light spinning. Okay, great. All right, so now I'd like you to spin, 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 and I want you to stop spinning. And now spin again. This is the drill part. Spin, spin, spin. Now stop spinning. Spin, spin, spin. And now stop spinning. And now spin. Okay, good. And you might notice that there's a difference. You actually feel a difference when you start, when you stop spinning. And you want to cultivate an awareness of how that feels. Okay. All right. So now I'd like to, and you do that by starting and stopping and starting and stopping. And pretty soon, when you're doing other things, you'll be able to notice that you let go of the spinning. Kind of like letting go of the hand if you were watching on the beach. Like a baby. Would a baby notice if you let go of their hand? They probably would. Oh, anyway. Okay. So now we're spinning. So you got a ball of light spinning behind your head. Good. And now notice that you can keep that spinning behind your head while you look around your room. So just look around. You're looking at the screen. You can look at everything that's around you. And notice how you can do that while you keep it spinning. And keep holding your object. And you might notice that you forget to spin. You know, something distracts you, and then you forget to think of the spinning ball of light behind your head. And that's what this is for. Your kind of bulky object, so that you can quickly remember to have that happening too. Okay, good. And you can do this. This is not any harder than telling you to walk and chew gum. All right, just keep chewing while you're walking. It's that hard. All right, just keep spinning while you're looking. All right, this is something you do in many, many, many areas of your life. This does not require superpowers. It just requires a little bit of knowing what you're trying to look for. Okay, good. All right, so now spin and feel where your butt connects to your chair if you're sitting, or your feet on the floor. And notice that you can be aware of your spinning while that's happening. While you're aware of that too. You can also look around and feel your butt. You can do like 20 things at once with your awareness, but let's just do 2 at a time. Now let's keep the spinning happening and smell what the room smells like where you are. So notice that we're being grounded in the physical. I'm helping you ground into the physical senses while you're spinning, because we're trying to bring heaven to earth, and the senses are our organs of perception of the physical world. So that helps us bring it all the way down. It's not this lofty going up and going up, 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 which has its place, has its use if you like to do those kinds of meditations. But this particular one is about bringing all that down to where it will actually change the physical body. Okay, good. Now let's spin and taste the taste in our mouths. Notice you can wiggle your tongue in your mouth. I can talk and spin at the same time. You can probably at least wiggle and there, good. And now spin, and in your mind count to 10 backwards. Okay, good. And now let's spin and recite the months of the year just quietly in your mind, keeping the spinning going. Good. Now keep the spinning going and think about what you're going to eat for your next meal. If you haven't got it figured, think of something that you have to figure out. Like I haven't figured out what I'm going to eat yet, so. That one's a little harder because but really your conscious frontal brain thinking about what you're going to have for your next meal, maybe deciding, oh, I'm going to have this, not that, and what's in the fridge and all that. You can do that while the spinning light is happening behind your head. Okay. All righty. So now my invitation is that as we go into the healing portion, the actual distance healing session portion of this video, that you listen to me, you visualize, and you keep your spinner spinning. Okay. And let's start out with it behind our heads. And I like the behind the head part because I like putting it there as a beginner because it sort of forces it to the automatic. It's like it's behind us. We're not staring at it. And it's really hard to do profound healing if you're staring at it. There's a place for that, like Qigong and all that is very, very powerful. So I'm not saying that looking and focusing with energetically is not therapeutic. I'm just saying that this is a different, more subtle, and hopefully more powerful way to work with cancer. Because cancer tends to like morph and change and figure out. So it really needs to come from a place that we're not consciously manipulating. It's as if cancer knows how to manipulate back. All right, great. So if you're watching this on YouTube, thank you. Like and subscribe. And those of us who are on the Facebook group, and you're welcome to join us on the Facebook group, Spirit Gate Cancer Support Facebook group. Just feel like I want to create a little sanctuary here. You know, you have to join the group. That's the cost of admission. You have to join the free group. You have to do a little bit of I will do this kind of inner gesture so that the people we're doing this with have also done that. And again, that creates a resonant bond. Okie dokie.